What if you were starting your career mode in the lowest division of England with the goal of one day winning the Premier League and Champions League, but you had no transfer budget, no free agents to be signed, not even youth academy players, but only one thing available to you, and that is swap deals. But before we get into that, can I just tell you that my mouth is burning? I've been eating these freaking tacky chips for the first time. This is like chili and lime. I hate them, but I also love them. For this exciting new journey, we're taking on the worst team in England right now. Newport County, 24th in EFL League 2 with only 11 points. So it's a true rags to riches story. And this is the squad that we're going to be taking on. It's an interesting team with 5 at the back in terms of tactics, 5-3-2 holding. And generally speaking, every single player in here is someone that we can obviously exchange in a swap deal. So ideally, we want to have young players like Opoku right here we can build up and put into a swap deal and make the most of it. Now, the way this is going to work though is going to be a little bit different than how we're used to it. For example, Matt Smith right here is worth 725k. Ideally, what you want to do at this stage is go to a different team and do a swap deal for a player that is also worth 725k. That would be perfect. However, I can actually go ahead and use Matt Smith in this video to go ahead and use the 725k value and bring in 2 players for that value, but it has to be from the same team. So I can utilize the values of my players however I want in these swap deals, make things interesting, and see if I can make some big decisions that will have a huge impact. Every single swap deal counts. So here is where I see my first opportunity. I have 2 left backs who are valued in between 375 and 325k. One of them will be thrown into a swap deal to fix one issue within our team. And here is exactly what I'm thinking about. Clark is a 35-year-old centre-back, 60 rated, and that just tells me I can make a deal happen right there. That could be the right decision long term. I'm using the 375k from Tom Davies and bringing in a very special looking talent worth 350k. Ndukwe, 6'6" tall centre back, 57 rated. And so here he is, the 17-year-old wonder kid that could possibly play a massive role within this team. I mean, the fact that he's 6'6" really impressed me. And the fact that he's 17 is also quite interesting. So he comes into this team at a lower rating. And this is something that's going to happen a lot of times, I assume. None of the swap deals we make will probably result in us signing a higher rated player. So that's something that makes it quite tough as well. But this is the first of many to come. And Ndukwe, you have been brought into this squad to take us forward for many years to come. Now I'm actually going to be using Matt Smith, his 725k, and swap it for someone who plays in the same position. Oscar Bosin, 6 foot tall, 725k right there. I'm telling you, this could be a very important one. The Danish lad walking into the team is gonna be so big for me. He has decent potential. If we can upgrade it throughout the years, we could be cashing in big time on this guy. His really nice, well-rounded stats. Is 6 foot tall, so that's pretty good as well. Can be physical if needed. And with his addition into this midfield, the highest age that we have is 24. The youngest is 20. This is what I want to have. Up top, I'm looking at Baker Richardson as someone that I would like to replace with a striker that could be useful. And I'm looking at Kamva right here, who's a left midfielder, valued at 550k, that I'm probably going to be using to find that new striker. Just to confirm, Kamva, valued at 550,000, is going out for Cesar Minho, 18-year-old, 60-rated striker from South America. And that's really good considering Baker Richardson is a 61 and he comes in at a 60. Now, he's left-footed, he's 5'9", so ideally you want to have someone next to him who's a bit taller. 6 foot tall Opoku should be fine, but he's 18. And he has a decent amount of pace, okay shooting, only 2-star skill moves, but a 4-star weak foot. I do really like that. He could also play many different positions, right midfield, left midfield, right wing, but I want to stick to the formation that we have to begin with. And I only now realize that we have a 56 rated centre mid right there. Okay, Antwi should be doing better. 59. And only now have I realized that Opoku Lloyd, Oguneye, and also Reindorf and Braybrook are all only loaned into this team. And losing Opoku next season is going to be tough. And the same goes for the Manchester United talent for right back. I was hoping to build him up. Yeah, we got to keep this in mind. That's going to make things a little bit harder. Don't worry about the right back position. The highest rated player in our team, Odi Mayo, was somewhere in the reserves. He's taken over. Now let's see how good this team is to begin this journey with. We are playing against Cheltenham. And well, they were one of the weakest teams in the league. Bottom of the league table, and we were just one place ahead of them. Minho hit the post early on, but the second chance, he just buries it. The new striker coming in from South America, Cesar Minho, is already becoming my favorite. Baker Richardson, Bosun, the new signing, and off goes Minho, this time on his right foot, making it 2. Antwi found his way into the starting 11 luckily, and Minho once again darting through, and it's 4-0, and he had scored 4 goals. And look, for the first season, I'm actually pretty happy. We're looking at Newport County in the 18th position. Cheltenham was down there with us. We were in the last position and they were... No, sorry, we're one above the last position and they were in last. But we actually both have survived as Tranmere, Accrington and Harrogate Town are probably going down. But lads, that's a good year. We have done well. And the top scorer in the league, it seems like Ghana is up there with 16, and then Baker Richardson with the assists. A new man, Bosun, let's go. Now, from this point on, things are going to get really interesting. First of all, Minho is up to a 62. Bosun is up to a 64. And Ndukwe up by +2. That's not that great. But I love the fact that players like Antwi, who are 59 rated, have surpassed the 60s. Got to be very careful with the assets that we have in our team because the transfer budget doesn't matter. I have to constantly keep track of how well these players are doing, grow them as much as possible, not just the starting 11, but ideally the bench players as well. So I've already made a huge mistake, and that is that I haven't loaned any of these younger players out. Man, that's bad. That's really bad for me. And this Ghana guy apparently played. So good on him, I guess. At the end of this season, we have Bosun up to 1.2 million in value and Minho up to 1.1. I like that quite a lot. While some others have already been recalled, Braybrook and Reindorf are going to be leaving us right now. So, yeah. That's not good. This season, I'm looking at Patton as the main issue in the team at CDM. So I think I'm going to be using Baker, 725k for this deal. And my choice falls on 62 rated Ben Perry for 725k. Now, if you're wondering why I did that, here we go. Let me explain it to you. 58 rated Patton is not good enough. We need to raise the defensive strength of this team in that CDM spot specifically. 62 rated, that's a +4 upgrade. 21 years old, has some really nice, well-balanced stats. I think we can get everything above 60 very soon, which I really like about Perry right here. Now, we also had Evans, who was sat on the bench and wasn't getting playtime, 61 rated, doesn't really have the value for me to go ahead and swap him as well. So I thought, let's let go of the other centre-back that was high value, put this guy in there, who still has some room to grow, and also allow Ndukwe to be played consistently. Because Evans was probably playing ahead of Ndukwe because we did have too many centre-backs on the bench. So now this way, he's guaranteed to play. He plays as well. And Perry has his spot at CDM. Now, this year, I need these players to grow. Please, give me +4s, +5s, even +7s if possible. This season, I didn't go ahead and do anything with the team, lads. I didn't play, but I just watched them grow. Now, Newport County finishes 16th, which, yeah, it's all right. I was expecting a little bit more at this stage. Top scorer-wise, well, we're up there with Baker Richardson, which doesn't really help me. Should have been our other striker. And for the assists, Baker Richardson is up top again alongside our left back, Glennon. Only issue is Richardson is 64 rated and 31 years old, has basically absolutely no swap value for me, but Minho has gone up to a 67. We have Bosun up to a 70, the first to surpass that number, which I absolutely love. Perry is up to a 66. Ndukwe has gone up by +3. Our right back has gone up to a 69, and Glennon has obviously performed really well. So I cannot really complain about things too much here. we did take over one of the worst teams, no, the worst team in the league. So clearly it was going to take a little bit of time for us to grow it into something special. Here are the values at the end of the season: 3.1, 2.1, 1.6, 1.3, and 1.2. Those are the only ones above 1 million as we speak, which is okay. But I'm also seeing players like Jenkins who have gone up by +4 and raised their value up to 625k. Even the smallest margins make a huge difference. I've gone ahead a couple of weeks right now, and Evans has gone up to a 65. Now worth 675k, which means I can go for this lad right here, Owen Graham Roach, who is 675k in value, a striker who's 19 years old. So that way now Jenkins actually moves into the starting 11, and Baker Richardson, who's 31, I'm going to try and get rid of. Graham comes in at the age of 19 with 79 pace, decent shooting, 6 foot tall, no play styles at all. None of the players I bought have play styles, I believe, but it's okay for now. We're doing our best. Now, one thing I'm really liking is that Alexander Walker has been growing as a striker who's just been sat in the reserves. I'm going to send him out on loan and hope he comes back strong. Baker Richardson comes in at 475k right now, and Ghana comes in at 450. For the 450k, I found a young goalkeeper in Australia, 6'2", Daniel Graskowski. And for another 450k, I found Eric Klein, a talented centre-back from the MLS. And so Graskowski takes over the backup goalkeeping position at the age of 20. He can be built up behind Sanev easily, who is 30 years old now. Graham takes over the striking position, obviously, and Alexander Walker becomes the only backup. So I think I'm going to keep him because he's going to get plenty of play time being subbed on for Minho and Graham. So yeah, we're in a good spot. And Klein is going to be the backup to our other centre-backs like Brennan and Jenkins, who I don't think are going to grow too much necessarily. Now let's take a look at the league table towards the end of the season. Newport County, 5th position, only 4 points off of Wimbledon. Leyton Orient, all the way up top. I'm going to play against them and try and get myself into the promotion spots. And to do that, well, here we go against Leyton Orient. They started off nicely. They were the better team. They had multiple chances to take the lead. In the 63rd minute, they made another nice move, but my keeper kept us in it. I tried to win it myself, but at the end of the day, we are getting pretty unlucky. Chaos in the defense. Nothing worked out for us. Leyton Orient were the stronger team. And Bosun now trying to get one back to maybe still stand a chance to get promoted. Minho! Good opportunity, but it looks like we're going into the playoffs. At the end, we finish in the 4th position with just 1 point off of Wimbledon. We beat Chesterfield 4-2 on aggregate and now are facing Mansfield Town. And this is the moment where everything could be decided. We have been in the bottom division for such a long time. And this is the squad that is going to be taking on that team. Minho up to a 72. Bosun up to a 77. He must be worth a ton now. And Dukwe up to a 69. I expected a little bit more out of him by now, but it's okay. And when we look at players that we're trying to build up, Klein up by +4. I like that. Graskowski is up to a 65. Yes, that is good news for us. Top scorer Minho, 32 and 10. Graham comes in with a +6 this season, 25 and 6. Love that. And our centre mid a +7. That is ridiculous. Who's valued the most right now? 13 million on Bosun. You know what, man? I need to just build up one player towards the hundreds, and then we can just swap him out for 2, maybe even 3 players. And now against Mansfield, this is the moment where boys turn into men. So please get me through. Yes! Harry scores in the 89th minute. That is what I want to see. My CDM steps up and gets us into League One. This season, I'll be using Jenkins, his 800k in value, and bring in Jaden Nikovsky, an Australian centre-back, 6'5", valued at 775k. It's an important move to make because now Klein can take over that centre-back position at a 63. Brennan needs to be replaced down the line, so this could be the one. Nikovsky is the next one walking into the team. We do have this Warner guy at 25 years old, 63 rated. Didn't pay any attention there. But this guy coming in at the 62 rating, has some okay potential on him. So we're going to try and grow him as fast as we can to fit him into this team as well. Color me impressed, because Newport County have finished 6th this season on 79 points, making it into another playoff session. But I don't know if we can make it this time. I mean, yes, Luton Town is only 4 points ahead of us, so technically we are very competitive with them. Plymouth and Preston are going up. The top scorer this season, Graham, comes in with 20. I love that. And the assists? Any of our players? Bosun. This guy, what's his rating now? 81, valued at 30 million. Yes! But look at the rest of the team. Roach has gone up to 73. Mino, 77. Perry, 79. Antwi up to a 74. I love that. An original goes along with the team right now. Glennon up to a 74. Klein, 68. That's a +5, I believe. Nikovsky has come up to a 65 as well. I love that. So that means he can take over from Brennan next season. That is going to be the plan. So we have a full back line here of players that are ready to go. And you know what? Draskowski has taken over, 71 rated. So we have 4 players in our defense who are players that we have brought in, and an Odi Mayo looking solid at that 76. And guess what? We made it to Wembley, the playoff finals right here in League One to make it into the championship. Oxford United is our opponent. Don't think it's going to be easy, but let's make it happen. And off we go. Antwi into Graham Roach. First shot, first goal. Newport County on fire. We're taking apart our opponents. Graham Roach has 3 appearances, 2 goals. Pretty impressive if you ask me. And here they come. Oxford United, as I said, we're not going to make this easy. Beautiful attack, great finish, and they are back into this game. They want to get this victory, but so do I. However, my defense is all over the place as we concede a second goal. 32 minutes in, horrible. Completely open down the center, but Antwi had a different idea. Good pass into Mino. Mino over to Graham again. And once more, he smacks it into the back of the net, making it 2-2. From this point on, I said, I'm not conceding anymore. I'm just scoring. Antwi looking for Graham right here. Graham, the cross inside, over to Mino. He should have scored that. How are we missing sitters like that? That's not good enough. Graham again, over to Mino. This time, he has a bit more space, maybe. But no, it is just impossible for him to score at the moment, right when I need him the most. Good passing play, Antwi. Go on then. Good. Into Bosun, into Graham. But he has been so accurate. And that is a 3-2 victory for Newport County in the bag. And so now we are promoted into Championship football through swap deals only. And now things are going to get very interesting. Next up, Akin Odimayo, valued at 7.5 million, will be swapped for Kasper Kosierski, 7 million in value, 74 rated German right back. Kasper comes in at a 74 rating at the age of 22, 85 pace, 72 dribbling, 72 defending, 5'10" tall. I know already, we can turn this guy into an absolute monster for this team. Now, I cannot necessarily make any other move. I just have to hope this team keeps on growing. Yes, I could have sold other players who are valued way higher. I could let go of Bosun, but I feel like there's still so much more that we can get out of him. Letting him go for just 37.5 million in swap deals just doesn't feel right. And I don't think we need it. This season in the championship, there's no way we're going to promote it, but if we can stay up, I'm happy. Okay, now this doesn't make sense. Newport County finished 5th, 82 points, once again in the playoffs. Lads, I thought we were going to do much worse than this. Everton is going up with 103 points. Middlesbrough is on 90. Top scorer in the league, well, it is... Wow, Mino is up there for us. Love that. 22 from him. Alcaraz is the one, though. In terms of assists, Mino, okay, this is like his standout season. In his first season, Mino was great, but now he's doing an incredible... Wow, okay, he's gone up to an 85 rating. Mino has blown up. Graham Roach is up to a 79. He surpassed Bosun. He surpassed Perry. That is so exceptional. Now, the only player below the 70 rating in our team is Nikovsky right now. And going into the Premier League, that's going to be an issue. Glaskowski has gone up to a 78. I do appreciate that. Koshevsky has gone up by +4. Our entire defense is looking pretty solid. Glennon is 30 years old, so I definitely have to put him into a swap deal in the upcoming season. That is a must. I probably should have done that last season. But in terms of stats, it is Minho. Wow, he's doing incredible. Roach comes up with 23 goal contributions. Antwi, another original, +3 this season. Captain of the squad, doing a great job so far, but possibly another one that we need to replace soon enough. But we're playing playoffs again. Semi-finals, I ain't touching anything. Coventry City, 1-1 draw first leg, and the second leg is away, so we could easily lose this. And who knows what happened? We lost 4-2 on penalties. You can see it right there, lads. We sadly lost, which means we're going to be in the championship for another season, which actually might be a blessing. Glennon's value is sat at 15 million as we speak. And Aiden Harangi, 24-year-old American, is sat at 13. I'm going to choose him. That is some deal in my opinion, as he comes in at the age of 24. 84 pace on him, decent defensive stats, 5'9", American, takes over his position in our defense. And now for the first time ever, our entire defense is actually filled with players that we swapped for. The only player left in this team that we didn't swap out is Antwi, and if it can keep going, I'd really appreciate that. And maybe next season we can swap him when his value is higher. And here we are, my friends, as champions of the championship, going up ahead of teams like Bristol City. I mean, they're going up as well, actually. Sheffield, Leicester, Burnley, and Ipswich have to play through the playoffs. Top scorer, well, guess what? Let's go all the way up, because that's where we're at. It's Cesar Minho, 30 goal contributions there in terms of just goals, but then also he has 12 assists. So very impressive, as Bosin gets the most assists of the season, as Minho is now 91 rated. Are you freaking kidding me? Roach up to an 84, Antwi 79, Perry, Bosin. Defense looks good. Nikovsky, yes, 74. We'll have to handle that moving forward. We might have to sell Minho, you know, and that's something I desperately don't want to do. So do I just give this kid time to grow? I honestly don't know what to do here. I've gotten so used to this squad. I really like it. And yeah, forget about anything else. Anything else doesn't matter. Let's go on into the Premier League. And this does not help at all. I mean, he's 91 rated, valued at 228 million. I could just let go Minho and basically bring in a whole entire starting 11. I cannot do that. I just, man, he has been so big in these past couple of years. I just cannot bring myself to do so. So what I'm going to do instead is go and take on Antwi, who's worth 17 million. Let him go for Christian Komotto, who looks like Pavel Nedved, is valued at 14 million, 77 rated. Yes, we did lose out on a bit of money in that deal, but it's okay. 23 years old and some really nice stats, along with 82 dribbling, so he's going to be great moving forward. 6'1", again, no playstyles. Does anyone in this freaking team have any playstyle? No one does. We are the playstyle-less team. Season's over. We survived. 11th position, 52 points. Far and far away from the Premier League title of Manchester City. However, I'm proud of this team. It is a squad that wasn't just gifted to us. A squad that we had to work really hard for. Cesar Minho comes up with 17 goals this season. And for the assists, do we have anyone in there? Yes, Cesar Minho himself. Going into the team, 93 rated. Wow. Roach up to an 87. Komotto +4 this season. Perry and Bosin up to an 89. We have the defense looking solid. Nikovsky soon to surpass the 80, which will be so important for this team. And our goalkeeper's on an 89. My bench is absolutely horrific and probably will never have a chance to improve. Every time I lose players to retirement, the game just puts someone into my team just so I have enough players. And Yilmaz is one of them, so don't you worry, I didn't sign anyone. Next season, I fully believe we'll be up there for titles and Champions League football. There is no way around it. It just has to happen. It's the last game of the season, and Newport County is on 37 games, 81 points. Manchester City is on the same amount of games with 80 points. just a 1-point difference. We are currently up for it. We could be winning the Premier League title if I win my next game. But let me tell you, we already won the FA Cup against Aston Villa. A huge achievement. Automatically qualifies us for Europa League football. But obviously, we're going for Champions League qualification. Mino once again, the top scorer. Bosun comes in with 24 and 15. Graham comes in with 12 goal contributions. As we do go over to the squad to take a look at it. And it's outstanding. It's a squad that can compete for every single trophy. Yes, he is not the highest rated, and the same goes for Komoto, but they're gonna get there. And this team can be up for any trophy. First, the Premier League. And that Premier League title was gonna kickstart a lot of things if we were to get it. Komoto, Graham Roach, my centre-back, and Dukve passes it to Graham. First of all, thanks Graham for the shot, but what the hell is my centre-back doing up top? 1-0, just 23 minutes in, lovely work. But we're not done. Komoto, good pass. Graham over to Mino. And guess what? Mino just ruins the goalkeeper. Step over and to the right. And it is his 27th goal of the season. That man has been the main man for us this season, which is good to see. Gelard over to Chambers, and our goalkeeper Graskowski is also a beast, so pay attention to his saves as Graham shoves away the defender and finesses it into the far corner to make it 3-0. Leeds United stand no chance in going ahead and preventing us from winning the Premier League title as we just keep on scoring. It's 4-0, 92nd minute. It's a back heel to a shot. Graham just ruins them. It is 5-0 to win the Premier League title. This team has done an incredible job. Just swap deals only have gotten us to this place. 4 players are going to be leaving us with their contracts running out. Premier League champions? Done it, mate. 73 points, 2 ahead of Manchester City. Once again, the lads have pulled this off. England has been totally conquered by Newport County at the moment. Going into the FA Cup, not so much. Carabao Cup, yes. So 2 domestic trophies for our team. And Champions League, well, 4th at first. Round of 16, beaten PSV Eindhoven. Quarterfinals, Inter. Semi-finals, Real Madrid 6-1. To now face Manchester City, whose titles we have been taken away for a little while. In this competition, the top scorer, let's go all the way to the top to see that it is none of our players. As we go down though, you'll see Komoto, my center mid, up there with 8. In the assists, Komoto is up there alongside Bosun. Now this is very impressive because look at the squad now. 96 rated Mino. I think he might have been injured, hence why he has that -1 to his name and wasn't the top scorer. But Graham has done well. The rest of the team, even Nikowski, has gone up to an 87. I mean, it's such a good squad that we have put together with a bunch of players I don't think I've ever used, which is why I absolutely love this team now. This is why I think doing rebuilds like these and focusing on those youngsters that you normally would never use, finding ways to force yourself to buy these players, that is what makes it so much fun for me. But let's go into the squad hub and take a look at the stats real quick. Here we go. 30 and 20 from Komoto. What are you doing? That's insane. We have Graham coming in with 29 and 1. Mino coming in with 25 and 11. But Komoto has 50 goal contributions from centre midfield. That's unbelievable. I mean, he looks like Pavel Nedved. He should be winning the Ballon d'Or as well. As we go into this game, I'm fully aware Manchester City has a very strong squad. And yes, this formation might have worked against other teams, but I don't know. We haven't tested ourselves against a squad this good. And I think it could turn into an issue. Oh no, this Potts kid is good. Haaland and Dukve. No, straight back into him. What are we doing? Lads. Graham. Here goes Bosun. Down to Komoto. No, that's not it, bro. Penalty. That is not a penalty. Not at all. I cannot believe he just gave that. Let's take a look at it together. There is no way that's a pen. Nah, he gets the ball. I have just cheated my way to a pen. Mino, you have been my hero for so long. Top right. Yes! I don't deserve this, but I will take it. Thank you very much, Man City. Sorry about that one. Oh, thank you. Komoto on the volley, and it's in. What the hell is Donnarumma doing? Komoto has scored his 9th goal in the Champions League. Let's take another look at this. What the hell just happened? We're getting so lucky. They clear it. We hit it straight onto Donnarumma, and he's like, yeah, no, I want this in the top right corner. What the hell just happened? Honestly, lads, this is the weirdest goal I've scored in FIFA 26 or FC 26. Nice, Harangi. Well done. Got us out of that tight situation in a beautiful way. And down the left, Bosun inside. Oh, Nino ruined them. Nino ruined them. That is a nice goal for once. Mino, thank you so much for that one. 8 goals for him in the Champions League. How the hell did he just do that? Oh my God, Komoto is ruining them. He is. Wow. The lights are turned off because I thought, you know what? Let's relax. I thought this game was over. Lads, this guy's the best player in the world. Okay, they do get one back. And so Perry gets to lift the Champions League trophy after winning the Premier League twice. We have actually pulled off the biggest one of them all. And lads, all of that with just swap deals. Thank you so much for watching. We created an incredible team with a beautiful story. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care and peace.